KKHT wants you to meet three of the classiest guys in real estate.
I am Chris Kelso, the maestro of mortgage.
I am Rob Cook, the godfather of real estate.
And I'm Joe Orsack, the king of credit swing. And together, we're
the Real Estate Rat Pack.
Much like us, real estate right now is smoking hot. So whether it's buying, selling, or owning, you need to check out the Real Estate Rat Pack.
They're here to take your calls and answer your questions live. Call now, 1-800-808-5548. And now, the Real Estate Rat Pack!
Now, Rob, come on.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday. I tell you, we have perfected
We're
it.
available in stereo.
Yes, we have. Or you have it.
I did that one in Spanish.
That was in Spanish. That was your Spanish one. I know. We've been practicing French and Spanish and English,
different languages.
A variety of them.
Flexing our
Yes.
international, flair.
Yeah, well, we know we do have an international audience, so we got to be, aware of that.
We got a great show today.
We have an incredible show today.
I actually went out and found guests at an event this week. I said, I'm out there trolling for guests.
That is Rob, by the way. He is out trolling events.
This is a show that I'm already planned and prepared for the conversation when I go home, because all the guests are going to be all things that my wife wants.
That is correct.
So
that is correct. And the main thing,
along with a new house, we have
the
a
main thing in
cover
common,
all aspects of that.
Exactly, about preparing your home and maximizing its value to get it sold and get you into a new one.
Yes.
Well, let's start. We are big on charities.
We are absolutely big on charities.
So Peggy Koner, who I've known, I don't even want to admit how long we've known each other, Peggy, but she's here to talk about the Nancy Owens Foundation, which is a thing that's near and dear to our heart. And so if you would go ahead and talk about events coming up and your involvement with Nancy Owens. Welcome. That's Peggy over there.
Hi, thanks for having us. We started the Nancy Owens Memorial Foundation about 13 years ago, and it was a group of realtors who got together after our good friend Nancy Owens died of breast cancer. She died September 7th, 2001. None of us knew what the impact of her funeral was going to be when it was scheduled for September 11th. So on the afternoon of September 11th, about probably, 600 or 800 people gathered at St. Martin's Church for her funeral. And I guess that day kind of solidified our feelings for Nancy and what had gone on in the United States that day. We decided to start a charity, and actually Amy Bernstein gathered a group of us together, just a few people from different offices, and we sort of didn't know what we were doing at the time, and we decided to have a luncheon to honor Nancy and to raise money for breast cancer research.
And from there, it has really gotten big.
I attend that luncheon every year, and I think last year, how many people were there last year at the luncheon?
I think we had almost 900 people. We're almost
proud.
Yeah, we're almost sold out. And we had Martina Navratilova speak last year, which everybody enjoyed, and
she did a great job.
Yeah, she did.
Great job.
And this year, we're really excited. We have just signed on Bill and Juliana Rancic. Juliana was a cancer survivor, and Bill was one of the first people, or is a cancer survivor, I should say. Yeah. He was on The Apprentice. He was, I think, the first apprentice, and went to work for Trump. And now they have a reality show, and Juliana's on E! Network a lot, and she was a host at the Oscars. And so
awesome. Well, our owner of Berkshire Hathaway, Anderson Properties, is a big supporter of Nancy Owens. He's a diamond sponsor. He gives $15,000 every year, so it's very near to our company as well. So talk about the events that are coming for.
So our big luncheon is October 6th, Monday, October 6th, and that's where we're going to have Juliana and Bill Rancic. This week on Wednesday, there's a fundraiser. I think
She's looking for guidance from you. She's
I think Joe's involved in that.
Yes, each month we have a networking event called RPM, or Real Estate Professionals Mixer, and it's for the real estate community at large, for all realtors, builders, mortgage folks, title, insurance, everybody that's connected to real estate. It's a really fun event, but both Chris and Chris gave me the idea. Each month he sponsors a charity, and I thought that was a great idea. So each RPM event is by donation. People RSVP, and any amount that they want, they will purchase a donation ticket to attend, and 100% of the proceeds from that event go to the charity. And this month, it's the Nancy Owens Foundation. And kind of breaking from the tradition for me, you guys are having the event in October, and I'm going to have y'all as my charity again in September so that we're able to promote the luncheon. So.
Oh, we like to hear that.
Yeah, and we want to get you back on just before that event as well. And now, do you open that up to the public?
Yes. In fact, it started out as a real estate driven market, but now we have people that are not necessarily real estate involved on the committee. And of course, the growth comes from putting it out to the larger community. And that's been happening. I think our first year, maybe we had 400 or 500. We had to move the event because we outgrew that space. And this year, we're hoping to sell out the Westin Ballroom.
Yeah. And over the years, I know you're very proud of this number. How much have you all raised?
So far, we've donated about $1.3 million. We split it between 3 charities. Well, it's been various charities, but one charity that we've been with a long time is the Lester and Sue Smith Breast Cancer Charity affiliated with Baylor College of Medicine. We also give some, recently we've started giving money to MD Anderson, and then also a group at Methodist Hospital that does research.
So if somebody wanted to donate or get in touch with you, how would they do that, Peggy?
The easiest way is nancyowens.org, not .com. But nancyowens.org, it's our website. They can make donations. They can see about all of our events. We just had a very successful golf tournament. I think some of y'all were there.
I was there. It was a great golf
I
tournament.
always say, if they can get those golf carts to go 100 miles an hour, I'm in.
You know what? I think the people who were riding with me thought I was driving at 100 miles per hour, by the way.
I heard you were looking for the beverage cart.
I gave up alcohol for Lent, so I'm about to break training, though. What would you like people to take away from your announcement today?
That we're dedicated to finding a cure for breast cancer. We believe any little bit helps. If you can give us, $10 or $50 or the more or any more, that's great. But we are dedicated to help finding a cure.
Give us that website one more time.
www.nancyowens.org.
Well, Peggy, thank you so much for being with us here today. And I know you're going to do an amazing, it's always bigger every year.
Yes, and thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
And it is a tremendous organization. I've been involved with the Nancy Owens as far as a donation and with Amy Bernstein and all the team over there. It's incredible. This past week we had obviously the golf tournament. It was a tremendous success. A lot of fun out there. More importantly, I tell everybody no matter what you're doing out there, get involved. Get involved with the charity. Get involved with something that moves you. Cancer, and unfortunately breast cancer specifically, is impacting more people than we can possibly imagine. It's growing year over year. We need to find a cure for it. We need to find an answer how to prevent that right there.
They've made great strides, but we're not there yet.
Yep, that is correct.
Not there yet. We got a great show today.
We have an awesome show
What are we going to talk about, Chris?
We're talking about, a lot of times what happens is you have a lot of individuals out there who wonder, what was that? Who wonder, they sit there and they put their home on the market and then they wonder, what can I do to effectively either sell it for more, or why is it still in the market, or how can I prepare it for sale, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate here because I can.
Yes.
Homes are going on the market. They're getting 6 and 7 contracts. Why would we worry about how they're
You want to know why? Because not every home gets 6 or 7 contracts.
No.
And remember, there's still some very key pieces, and that's why we have the experts here.
Yeah.
There's still some very key pieces in pricing and putting your home on the market and selling it the right way. Putting a sign in the yard is not the solution all the time.
No, and of course I know that. I was just kind of playing
Rob.
devil's advocate because what
you really wanted to know. Come on.
No, but what we know is that they're selling their homes quickly, but are they selling it for the highest amount?
That is correct,
and that's what we're going to talk about today. So who's going to be up first?
We have a plethora of great guests, so we can start whoever's closest to the mic.
Okay. Well, Lois de Armas is with Remax Fine Properties in Sugar Land. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
And I understand this is one of your favorite subjects.
It is.
So I'm coming to you, and I'm going to list my house, and I say, I just want to buy her, and I want to buy her quickly, and so advise me is what I need to do.
Well, the first thing I tell people is you have 2 chances to make a first impression. The first impression is on the internet because at least 95% of buyers find their home on the internet. So the pictures and the way, you want them to emotionally connect with the pictures and with the entire listing. So I think just from the moment that you get in there, get staging it, which is what I'm sure we'll be talking about today, you want them to look at those pictures, and before they even get to the house, they want it. You've got to create a sense of urgency.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, the first impression. And I always am amazed. I go see those $1 million listings over in River Oaks, and someone's taking it with their iPhone.
Oh, yeah, I always say put the toilet seat down at least,
So
you mean an iPhone's not a good way to take a professional picture? If you look at Yahoo, there's so much stuff going on.
It's a great way to do a selfie because you've become the king of the selfie lately.
That is correct. That is correct.
But
I'll do one here in a minute, actually, and post it on Facebook.
It is not a great way to take pictures of a home, but I see it all the time, and I presume that you have yours professionally taken.
Absolutely, I have not, and we also do a video tour because internet is international, so it's not uncommon for someone in another country to call and say, "Hey, I want to put an offer in on this house. I can't get there, but." They've experienced it.
Okay, and in your experience, when someone has listened to you, because not all clients listen to you, do you find that you can optimize the price that they get if they do the painting, the carpet, or whatever it is they need to position their home in the market?
Yeah, everything is about strategy, and different communities would have a different strategy. But right now, with our market being so hot, I've found it's better to actually price it at the medium range and stir up a bidding war. So, for example, one that I listed last night, I just was looking at my phone. I've already got 2 showing appointments.
You can do a shameless plug.
And
it's okay.
But absolutely. Well, that's the point, is that you price it at a good point because we only have 2 months of inventory on the market right now. So if it's priced right, you're going to get so many buyers that are going to there's an urgency. And then I let my sellers know, look, if they're bidding against each other, let them raise the price, and then we've got the leverage. So it's really getting them to connect and wanting them to have that sense of urgency.
I like that idea because a lot of times I'm hearing out there some people want to try to take advantage of, well, it's a hot market, let me overprice it, and then what ends up happening, it becomes a stale listing, right?
Exactly.
Because buyers are still smart. Are you still seeing that?
Well, not only, they've got all this information. Everywhere you go, everyone's becoming an expert.
Right.
So, you've got to try to explain to them, look, I realize that you love your home, but let's work on getting even more than it's worth and let the buyer bump it up. So if you overprice it, you definitely, they're not going to pay, more than they should, especially when you're dealing with an appraiser that's got to come in and he hasn't caught up with the market value. He's got to go back 6 months.
And that's a whole nother show.
I know. I'll stop. That's
a whole other
show. But we often talk about, people can get the information. They can't get the experience. And that's why hire experts like Lois come out, because disseminating the information is so valuable in what you do in providing the service to make sure they get the highest price.
Right. Well, you were talking about getting it ready for sale. What I tell them is, when I look at your house, it's got to be in 2D. So I'm looking at it in like a picture. I tell them, get your cell phone, step back, take a picture of the room, and then close your eye and hurry up and look at the picture. And where does your eye go? We're not trying to sell the stuff in your house. We're trying to sell the house. So it does mean simplify, get the rugs off the floor if you've got beautiful wood floors. There's a whole lot of that, but I'm sure we'll go into that some more in just a minute.
Right, the accentuating of the positive factors associated with the property. You talk about the and I hear this all the time, right? Price being number 1, decluttering being number 2, location being number 3. With all that being said, though, it's still important, as you mentioned, and Rob said this as well, to hire a professional like yourself to get the maximum value. And you're the first person actually I've heard in a long time to say, let the buyers bid it up. Let that become the market.
Well, yeah, the thing is,
we don't see that very often.
We don't make the market; we just report it.
That is correct.
And there's a big difference. The people out there who are buying and selling, they establish market: willing seller, willing buyer.
Right.
One thing you went down a list of great points. And we're up against a break here already.
Again,
but when it's your home and you've lived there for a long time and all that sort of thing, it's like no one likes their baby to be called ugly.
Right.
But I would encourage the listening audience, when you hire a professional, which we always encourage on this show, take objective advice on do the following. That's why you hire a professional. Let them direct you in the pain points to address and positioning your home to sell the most.
Paying us well, please listen.
I would absolutely agree. We are coming up against a break right now. Lois, let us know how we can reach you, by the way, if someone's listening right now and they urgently want to get a hold of you right after the show.
Go to www.remaxperformanceteam.com.
www.remaxperformanceteam.com. We are up against a break, but we're going to be right back.
I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, Don't ask me, I won't dance, madame, with you. My heart won't let my feet do things that they should do. You know what? You're